Hello folks and welcome back to Parkitect. We are here at Hickory Hill, which is originally a nature preserve. This park must abide by local laws preventing structures to be built above the tree height. Use hilly terrain to your advantage by building close to the ground. We need to have an experience rating of 80%, a overall park rating of 85, sell 600 as an optional, and complete it all by June of year 2. It looks like we're going to start out here with a coaster, so let's just take a look at this. You can see it's using the terrain. Goes through really nice big sweeping layout here, goes through this, it goes to a nice little station flyby, comes back around another. Wow, this coaster really just likes to cross in and over itself. Beautiful. Then a brake run, and we can see here this is the first time we've actually seen kind of like a theming where it'd be a brake station and all of that. So there is plenty to go around with. I think we could have significantly more trains on this. How many could? I can go up to 3 trains, so you have this is probably just, this is just brakes and a block brake, and then your station, followed by your lift hill, obviously. Alright, taking a look at the rest of the park here, we have a train that goes around, it looks like the entire perimeter of the park. Is there a station in the back? There is, okay. There's a lot of land throughout this entire park, which is kind of cool. Just not a lot of land to build things at height on. Now, we do have a carousel here, which is great. We have a couple of broken things that we're going to need to fix. And then what else do we have? We have a spiral slide. And okay, so we have some stuff to get started with here. We're going to deal with this because there's no reason for guests to come all the way back here. So we're going to shut this kind of off right there, I think. Well, maybe let's look at the rides first here. So we have a carousel. We already have a spiral slide. So we only have 2 of these left to build for us. An Enterprise. Fantastic ride to get started with here. And then we have Alpine, bobsled, spinning, and a wood coaster. They're okay. And yeah. Oh, and a log flume as well. So let's see what our ratings are on this thing. So it's a great ride minus the intensity. It's exciting but not super intense. So that's going to cost, let's go with $6 for that. We're going to put in some more intense stuff here in just a moment. That will hopefully help us out here with getting everything going. Oh, and then we also have a little food area set up for us. Just not the best. So let's see if we can just add those 2 to that. Do we have a hauler in place already? We do, and we have a zone for it. Where's zone 2 at? And then for whatever reason we have this giant zone there. That makes no sense. Is anybody actually set onto that? Alright. We do not need to have that. Do we need to have those many haulers? I don't think we do. Let's just take a look underground. No, we don't. So we're going to get rid of you. Smell you later. Why do we have so many haulers? We just need the one. Yeah, you're fired as well. Sorry. You're going to get picked up and put over there. So we'll at least have that part set up. What else do we have as far as our staffing goes? So we have like 4 or 5 haulers, but we have 2 work people. We have 1 mechanic. Okay. Whatever. So I think what's going to happen here is we're going to have the stuff come up. I'm going to get rid of this vending machine. I'm not a fan of that right there. I just not a big fan. I don't know why. It just doesn't do anything for me. We're going to get rid of this here as well. We're going to put that over on this area. And I think we're going to have a dual path kind of come up and then branch over. And then we'll have something come out for this train station because it's not super necessary. And all of this extra pathway doesn't really do anything for us. So let's go in and just add on our base pieces here. Actually, let's have that come out so we just have a nice straight shot here. There we go. Then I can come over. We'll get rid of that area there. This is going to come up and attach. And we'll get rid of this area. These are going to come over. And just taking a look here. Cool. We can have that come straight up. And I know I'm a little weird about lines and all that stuff. I just think they look nicer when you do just a little bit of work to get stuff built up the way a real park would be. Because a real park's not going to have this big sweeping coaster and then not have any real line space for it or anything like that. So we will get this park up the snuff here real soon. We just need to get a little bit of the basic parts of it established. We're also going to delete that. Okay. And wow, we do have a lot of good food options in this park, which is great because you often don't get that. So this whole area here is not going to be open to guests. There's no reason for them to be down there right now. Maybe in the future we'll expand down that way, but we don't need it at this current time. So we're just going to use our basic signs here, facing that way. There's no entry for guest, and that's really all we need to have in there. Same with this. Nobody's going to be allowed down that pathway. We'll clear it out real fast. And the same with this one, although I don't think this is necessary. This might be a waste of however much these things cost. What is it, 10 bucks? Yeah, it's definitely a waste of $10, but it's fine. Okay, so I do want to do a little work to this, mainly because I'm not a big fan of where this pathway is at. I don't think it gives us enough space to do things. So we're going to move that one there. Our exit's going to be moved over here, and that will allow us to expand this down to that point there. We'll move that back eventually, but right now I'm not super worried about that. We're going to open you back up. $1.50 is fine. And then we can have our basic little line here come in like so. And then we're going to add on our toilets and our info kiosk. Okay. So I like that that just cleans up the front of the park here a little bit. We are going to also just end this area right there. It doesn't need to continue. You can just, come here, dude. You can just go right there. All right. And then we're going to get in some of our other rides that we need to have here. So a Ferris wheel I think would look great right over in this area. I know it's going to be a little cramped with all the stuff that we have, but I think it's going to look really nice in this part of the park. So I'll put that over there and share the exit with the Swan ride. We'll just build a really simple queue for that and open that part up. We are going to hire several more of our janitorial staff. And we're given a good amount of money to start off with here, which is nice. And we have, if we take a look at our guest needs, there's a lot of thirst that we have here. So we're going to add on another area for our guests to get drinks and such here, probably in this area, maybe off this main pathway. So let's just take a look underground and see where this comes in at. Okay, so we have that. Let's go in. Let's first plan out where we want this to be, and then we can put all the stuff in. So we need hot drinks. And it's not super far away from that one, but I think that will be okay. What else do we have? What do we have in this one here? So we have pizza and pretzels. So that means we're going to get hot dogs. We're going to get some ice cream. And is there anything else? No, that will be fine. And then from there, we can put in our depot. It's going to exist right there. We'll join that up with that branch. Fantastic. And then we will also put in a staff house here. Now we're going to take up a lot of space right out of the get-go here, but that's fine. I'm okay with that as long as it serves an end goal, which I think we'll be able to accomplish here. So we have that. Let's go in and theme this area out real fast. And then once we have that set up, then we can start doing the fun part and building some rides and seeing where we want to go with this. This is going to be just a really basic setup here. I think actually we'll leave that as so. Okay, we'll do something like that. We'll get this in there like so. And I think we're just going to have this kind of loop over there. And that should be good for at least our initial stages here. Roofing wise, we have some cool roofs on here. I really like these type of roofs. I think they're cool, and we also have another step up kind of one. So we can really vary some stuff here, which we'll have to explore a little bit down the road. But for right now, we just need to get our basic park needs met because they are not being met by what we currently have in this park. So we'll get all of that squared away here in a few more moments. Go into our pillars. Look at these things. Those are fun. I don't think I'd use them ever, but they're kind of cool. We're going to go with these round ones. I don't know if this makes perfect sense for what this is, but we're going to go with it. And we're going to get them on every corner of the intersection here. This is a new button for me. I didn't realize this was a button. You hit Alt. I forget what the Mac shortcut is, but if you hit Alt, you can do some fun stuff there. Okay, so we have that set up. Let's go in here and go to our thrill rides. We only have one right now, which is our Enterprise. And I think that's going to... I think it's going to live like right here. Just something big that's in the midway that you come up and you can see right away. It's right next to food, which will be fine. But it's just something big that's there that we can also make some money on. So open that up. Turn back on our theming. And this is a hot mess. I don't know what was going on here. I mean, I know they're trying to get it away from that, but we need to clean this up a little bit because it's a hot mess. All right, let's have that come up to there. And then this area here, I don't know why they use this. I don't like the color of the ride line there. So do that, come down and come over, and that will be fine for that. All right, we're going to do something similar to this one here. We need to remove that. So I'm just going to click on that to remove it because we have to build back a little bit just for this part. All right. And you can see this park has a lot of broken stuff. If we're taking a look through a lot of areas on here, there's a lot of bent and broken things. People are just not overall too happy right now. That reminds me, we probably need to have another hauler set up for this area. Make a new zone, which will be that. And you, my friend, are going to live in zone 3. Okay. Now what we can do is we can go in and start adding on our benches and such. This feels like a park that's going to call for some basic stuff. There's a lot of potential in this park. I actually kind of like how it's laid out. It's just the ride height thing is going to hurt us because even with certain thrill rides, they're going to be taller than the trees. Like I'm thinking like Topple Towers and those type of things. They're just really tall rides, and it's going to present a challenge for being able to do some of the things that you might want to do on this park. So we'll see how all that goes. But let's worry about getting the base level of service in here. And by base level, I just mean having places for our guests to sit and to get light when it is dark or when it's raining. So we're just going to get the basic bits in here. And I guess I still need to do something with this area here, but I'll deal with that later. The cattail things are a nightmare because they're individuals. They're not just one item. They're usually in groups of 1 or 2. It's not like just where you can just, the bushes, you can just remove them. It's not a big deal. But these ones take much more work. All right. We spent $10,000 and we've really accomplished almost nothing. But functionally, this park is going to be much better overall because of some of these changes that we're making right now. And that's really the goal of what we're doing currently. All right. I have a little hang up there I need to deal with. I guess I should just continue on for this one. 3, space 2, 1, 2, 3. And I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. I know this is like not the funnest thing in the world to watch as somebody set up lights on their fictional amusement park, but I think it's important to get this part set up right so that once it is set up, you can have the park fully operate and do all the things that you would want it to do. I'm just going around trying to get the last pieces of this stuff in place. Those are fine. And then we have to worry about this area over here. And then the last thing we need to do is our friends, the trash bins, which we'll just go with these square ones here. This will be fine for this park. I eventually want to add some nice stations to the train and just try to see if I can do a little bit more design stuff. I'm not super good at all that right now, but I would like to kind of get better and grow at it. And the only way that's going to happen is if I actually start building things with it. So I'll have to experiment a little more with that as we go here. But for right now, we're just going to get our base level of stuff established. And then we can move on from there. Alright. So as far as the beautification or the simplicity of this park, we definitely just upped the game a bit. And we have so much room to play with here, which is really cool. We just need to see how we want to play with it. Right now we don't have a ton of money to play with. So we're going to let the kind of game get started here. We're going to definitely research some thrill rides. And let's go ahead and get started with the basics here. And then we'll clean up some of these pathways as we move forward here. And again, our end goal here is just to make sure that all of the guests actually have an enjoyable visit. Yeah, I know many of our guests are thirsty. That's one of the things that we're working on solving. Alright. So I think we improved the flow of this park a little bit. You just come in, you can go left or right and get to the coasters and other rides, or you can go directly to the left here and get on the train, and that's really all there is for you in this direction. Let's see if we can draw some more people. Let's see if we can make some money, and then we'll go in and experiment a little bit more on what we want to do here. You can see we already have a broken bench, so we're going to need to update our security a whole bunch more, because we don't want stuff getting broken that we just bought. We have some very unhappy people. We have bent stuff here already. We just really need to fix some of the parts of this, and we should be fine. Just a matter of making sure that we find any of the vandals and get them out of the park as quickly as possible. And this ride's cool. Just the station's beautiful. I mean, look at the work here. Like, this is all gorgeous. It's just not a very intense ride, which is disappointing. Get some people, but it's nothing like wild by any means. And thinking wise, yeah, they like it. It's just if we take a look in comparison to this, 17 people want to go on that compared to, what was it, 5 on this one? 7. There's really no real comparison on those. Let's see what we get. A tourbillon or a Toblerone as I call them. That's not the right name, but whatever. Hopefully we'll get something good there, and then we'll switch it over to, hopefully one it can fit in the park as far as the current size. We'll put it somewhere down here most likely. And maybe we can get a coaster here and build it up on the side hill and do some dipsy-doos and do its thing there. Alpine coasters are really fun. They just aren't intense. And bobsled coasters can be really fun. But if you take a look at the pre-mades, low, 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 low. Even though they're extremely exciting, they don't have any intensity whatsoever. And I kind of need that intensity out of this park. So we'll come back to that here real soon. But we're getting better ratings slowly but surely. If we sell 600 tickets, we get another 8 grand, which is awesome. So we'll see how we can do with that, and we'll do our thing here. But let's hopefully get a good thrill ride or 2 in place, and then we can kind of see where we're going. And what we could also really use is some type of launch coaster. Just something that we can use to get intensity up really quickly and go from there. But look at, I mean, this is a nice looking coaster. If you take a look at this thing, it's gorgeous. It just flows so smooth. This little figure 8, like this area here is just beautiful. I love how it looks and how it interacts with the train tracks. It interacts with itself. It's beautiful. I just wish it was a little bit more intense. And I probably could increase the speed of the chain lift a little bit. And I even liked like the little work here. I thought they had themed this, but never mind, I didn't. My bad. Let's speed this up a little more here. Spent about $12,000 so far. And take a look. The thirst went down. Hunger. We definitely have a problem with toilets. No, I think there's only 1 in this whole park, and I also forgot to redo this bottom area here, so we're just gonna get this enclosed real fast. Might even do something like that. And then from there we can just go to these roofs. Or maybe we'll go to these roofs. There we go. We'll do something like that. This one is just going to be... How's that blue look? It's a look. We're going to go with that. I don't know if that's a good look or a bad look, but it is a look. So we'll do that. Nah, we can't do that. That's terrible. So we're going to need to figure out a better plan for that whole section so that we can get that to look a little nicer, to actually be what we want it to be, which is a nice family-friendly amusement park for all of our guests. So we'll do that. I think what I'm going to do is actually have this be stepped back a little bit, so you can almost have like a balcony kind of look with that. So if we go to our, alright, we have a new coaster here. Let's just pause this real fast while we're doing that so we don't waste time. So if we go to our roofs here, and let's just go with our flat black roof. We'll do something like that, and then we can put some fencing around it. And then for this area, we'll do something simple. We'll do that. We'll do that. And then we just need our corner pieces to come up. And then we have one of those cool little pointy pieces in the middle. Then we'll get our fences in place. Nah, that one doesn't look nice. Let's see. That will look better. So we'll do that. And then our pillars. Put one of these bad boys. Except full height. Now we're just trying to get this place so that it's even, it looks consistent, and it looks like we planned it. Alright, now let's see our other thrill ride here, which is this guy. Another high intensity ride, which it looks like we're going to be able to put in here. Beautiful. And we'll be able to just hopefully smack that in there. And we'll build our little pathway. $5 for that one. Open that up. And again, we need to make sure we shut off access to our guests from being able to access that area. Alright, thought-wise, we have people who want to go on it. It's bringing people down to that side of the park. And we could very easily make a little pathway that goes over and down and build into some more rides if we wanted to. I don't think it's necessary right now, but we could. So as our research is cleaning up there, I want to go in and get some more, or some coasters that we can do some high intensity stuff with, and that we can have some capacity with. But you can see it looks like a lot of people here, if we follow them, hopefully they're heading over this way. And it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. They're heading right for that ride, and we should get a nice big queue filled up there, and hopefully start making a little bit of money. Because our big coaster is not attracting a ton of people. So we're not super immersive right now, that's okay. But our guests are getting happier. And if you take a look at our overall ratings here, the park rating is going up. Our experience rating is going up slowly. It was at 50 before, now it's at 60. So we are moving in the right direction. It's just going to take a little time to get there. And I think we're still definitely missing in the coaster realm for this park. So we're going to have to do something to get that corrected here. But I don't think we're going to have to build all the way out here. We might be able to, but I don't think it's going to be super necessary. I think we're going to be able to stay pretty close to this footprint here and be okay. And just real quick, how are we doing on our total guests? So we're about a quarter of the way there. We can deal with that. And what are our overall guest thoughts? So they definitely like that. And we're doing good. There's not a lot of mad comments here. So if I take away all of that, we don't have any of those. People are happy. Okay, yeah, I understand you want to go on something more intense. That's fine. Where's the next toilet? Oh, that's a great question. Okay, we did mention that we need to add on some additional toilets here. So let's go through the process of adding those on right now. So add one there. We're going to put one back here. And we'll probably put one, there's nothing there, so probably put one over in this area as well. I don't know why I keep clicking on the wrong thing for bathrooms, but nope. Okay. And all of these are going to get the exact same treatment. We're going to make these kind of industrial toilets because that's what they are. So we add a total of 3 of them. And then we'll add on a really simple roof, which is going to be that little pointy one, like so. Alright, and that should help out with lots of things too. See, what are we doing? Coaster? A junior coaster? No, that's not what I want. I mean, it's going to help round out things a little bit because we do need a medium excitement ride here. But that's not what I want. I want something that's high intensity that we can really play with. But if we must go medium, we'll probably come out this way and have it do some dipsy-do stuff back here and then come back to the station is kind of my gut feel right now. And that will leave this area over here still open for a higher intensity ride, and then we also still have this area here, and hopefully that will knock us out. But I'm pretty excited about that. That's not a full train, but it's also not an empty train. It's way more than what I was expecting to be on there, so that's awesome. You can see this person really needs to use the bathroom. I just love this building. You can even see like places you can't see. There's still thought and care put into it. I really like it. And I always put I really like the use of these regular kind of roofing things. I always put stuff that kind of has lines or textures already built in, kind of like this. I don't do anything that fancy. I'm not that fancy. But I like just this. What borders and just a couple of nice angles can do makes it look so good. And I don't believe this one has anything about loan debts, does it? No. Okay, so we can take out some loan debt and be able to be okay for a while here. So I'll probably do this one right here. $10,000 at 1.9. I think that sounds good. But that's when we get our next coaster here. What I'd really love to have is a monorail coaster, just because we can fit those things almost anywhere. And we can do it. There we go. We got our first goal here of the experience rating. Then we just need to get our overall park rating. We need to get our experience rating up to at least 80, which I think that junior coaster may actually really help with. And then we just need to sell some more tickets and we'll be in good shape. But you can see this is a pretty bustling park as it is right now. We need something back here to attract more guests to this area of the park because the train's just not doing it. And get some more flow, because you can see there's a lot of flow going in this area, but not much back here. And we just need to make sure we're super cognizant to make sure that our park is being taken care of by our janitorial staff as well. Alright, we have our junior coaster, and real quick, was that... So junior year 2. Okay, so we're a year out from having that. We need to hold all those goals for a month, I'm sure. Oh, for 2 months. Okay. See, that's an important distinction there. So we need to hold those for 2 months, and we're almost there with the experience rating. Awesome. Alright, so let's go in here. Let's take out our basic loan of $10,000, and then we're going to get our junior coaster built. I think that's going to be best for this park in its current state. And then I'll figure out what else we need to do with it a little bit more here. So we're going to go back out here. That will be our max height that we can go with. And I'm not really sure what type of shenanigans I want to get in with this coaster quite yet, but let's find out what's going on. A lot of my coasters I don't really have super solid plans for. I just kind of do what I think I would want in a coaster like this, and then hopefully they kind of come out and do something similar. So, big family coasters generally going to not be super intense in any way, but also provide some decent thrills for people of all of the ages. So we're going to come in there like that. And you can see I'm kind of underbanking things on purpose here a little bit, just to try to up those intensity ratings just a tad. I think I'm going to leave that curved because we're going to come around this building, drop down behind, pop up, come over and come back in, I think is the plan here. So let's see, we have to make that a little bigger, make that come down just a touch. Oh, that would have been fun. I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but I thought maybe I would. But no. So let's see here. Let's see, what's our height there? 4, okay. We're going to trim that out. Like so. We'll go and flip that around. Oh no, I'm off by 1. Okay, that's an easy problem to solve. Alright, so we'll come back in here. That goes up slightly. We'll just have it go up slightly more. We'll do that. Block brakes, and we'll make the speed slow down a bit. And then another section of block brakes. And that's going to fit what we need pretty nicely. It's not a super popular, amazing ride. It's not going to cost a ton. It didn't cost a ton to build, I don't believe. Take a look at the amount spent. Like, $4,000, and we should make that back in, if we maxed everything out in 4 months, probably more like a year. But that's not the point. The point of this ride is to kind of round out our lineup a bit. So we're going to have to paint this a little bit. Track-wise, we'll go with some white supports. And I think we're just going to go with some red track. We're going to call this Firecracker. Why? Because red and white reminds me of those little candy firecracker pop things that you can get at the ice cream store. Or from the ice cream truck, should I say. And then we're going to have to go with some blue and white on here. Alright, and that one is just a front bumper. Okay. So I'm kind of digging that ride a little bit. It's nothing. It's not a complicated ride by any means. And it's not supposed to be. This is a pretty basic coaster. that's made to just do basic coaster things. But we're gonna have that come up over, have it drop back down here, and then we'll have it in there like so. And then as far as walls go, let's see if I can, let's experiment a little bit. All right, so we're gonna do just the basic stuff like that. And I really want to try to build something that looks cooler than what I've built in the past. So we're going to do that, which is fine. I'm going to try to look at this building over here to see how they did. All of this work is too much for me. I'm not going to do that right now. But we have basic height here, so we're going to do that. Right. Then I think we're going to come in with just a little roof. And then we'll have, not there, but a whole section like that. And then we're going to go with the even steeper roofs, I think. Be something like that. Just kind of has a churchy kind of feel to it. And then we just need to and then roofing wise, can we mix roofs? Let's see, how will these look? So if I get rid of that. No, we need to have. Alright, let's go back here. Back into my walls. Back into angles here. Put those back in place. Then go back over into roofing. We're going to grab our basic roof. That's the right one. Yep. Okay. Let's try to make that a rough blue that matches the coaster itself. And I think I might do something like this where there's little outcroppings that come out from here. And then we'll go into the steeper ones up here. And then walls, I believe. There we go. Let's see if there's one of the white ones so I don't have to find the piece again. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, no. I want the half that. Alright, and then on details, there's all kinds of stuff you can do here. So if we want to throw in like windows, we can do that pretty easily. And can I increase the size of those? No, I can't. But these ones I can. So let's make those as big as we possibly can. Again, this is not my forte. Very clearly, this is not something that I'm used to doing in this game. So we're gonna pretend that I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna pretend that this looks amazing. It doesn't look amazing, and I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna pretend, and it's gonna be okay. And then to break up the church look a little bit, maybe we'll add this little chimney thing. Ah. So we'll do that there. And we'll do that down there. Alright, and then border-wise, I think I'm just going to stick with the basic one that we have here as far as colors go. That in there like so. I guess we have to do that for all of these sections. This is not a good looking building, I apologize. And then where's the bigger one? Alright, we'll go with that. And then we're just going to need to add some fencing. Because we very clearly can't have people right there next to the ride itself. So we'll do something like that. We'll throw in some decorations there in a little bit. But we have the ride itself. I'm overall pretty happy with what it is. I wish it was slightly longer as far as the ride itself goes, but that's okay. It's good enough for now. And we probably only need to have one train. Let's see if we can add a little decoration to this area. How's that look? It looks very typical amusement park-ish. The building's growing on me a little bit. It's not great. I'm not 1,000% thrilled with everything. Oh, we have 3 trains on this? Okay, hold on. I need to fix that. 3 trains is just too much. So let's go in and bring that down to 2. And then we'll open it back up. 3 trains is atrocious. For that ride. That's just insane. Wow, and this is the first time it's rained in this park's history, I think. So we got a full line going up. Very nice. We're going to lose some money here as we have lots of people not wanting to go on there. Swing coaster, that makes sense for this park. With a park with hills and stuff, that makes sense. It's just not what we wanted to have. So we have we've hit our goals here with those. We just need to get a bunch more people into this park. So complete all non. No, we didn't. So we still need to. Oh, the non-optional. We still need to complete the optional ones. So let's go with that. I mean, we could just do some basic advertising. do a park advertisement. It's expensive, but let's do that. And see if we can get our guest in here. And if we get that, we still need to sell 200 tickets, but we should be hopefully in good shape here. And it's my first sort of nice looking building. It's definitely not the best, but it's better than everything I've built so far. So if you're good at this game, and by good I mean like you know how to design buildings and all that stuff, let me know what I can do to make this better, because I would definitely like to make all of my stuff better. Like this is very blank. I want to fix that up a little bit, but I'm not sure how right now. And what are people thinking about this ride? Oh, it is highly exciting. That's good. People think it's a good deal. Excellent. I'm okay with that. And if this ride can start maxing out its overall people, that would be great too. Make lots of money on that. So I need another 130 people or so to come to the park. And if we can get that, we'll be in great shape. This ride is killing it. We got lots of full lines, so that's really good. Especially with a coaster that is a 34-second ride that should just make tons of money for us. Take a look here. So its max profit per month is $800. That's great. What is it actually making? Oh, we can't. It probably hasn't been open long enough to tell that. This one's max profit per month is only $600. So this little coaster here that costs next to nothing to build, it's like $3,800, not including theming, makes more money than what this giant beautiful coaster does. This one just suffers from not being intense enough. If this were a more intense ride, we'd get a lot more people on it. Although I mean, we're getting a decent line on this. I'm pretty happy with that overall. So let's go in and get some more thrill rides. We have our swinging coaster now available to us. And we have our first profit. We've never been profitable in this park, but we're slowly getting there, which is great. Overall, our guests seem to be pretty happy. Firecracker was awesome. There we go. We've completed the park, but we are not done. We need to continue going through this and getting our 600 guests, and that's going to unlock $8,000 for us. Seems a little backwards. Maybe weren't supposed to play it this way, but I went through and I liked it this way. We got it all done before year 2 started, so we were done in October of year 1 and got done this park totally, which I think is kind of fun. I like the as you zoom in and out, the confetti. It always falls from the top of the screen, but it changes size, and how you scroll with it changes as it gets in there. This is kind of a cool little interaction with that food area as well. And we just need to get our people. And hopefully we'll have some new rides coming our way here relatively soon that will help us get there. And train ride, just I don't understand. And why is this built that way? Like, this is all employee pathway, which makes no sense, number one. That they built this whole area from here all the way out here as that. But why is there decoration back here? Like, what does that do? What does it add? I don't understand. So we just need some sunny days here and we'll be in good shape. About 100 more tickets to sell. We are slowly getting people. It's going to be a trickle, but we'll get there. Now the question comes in, do I want to put a pathway here to there and then I can get a flat ride in this spot, hopefully, and then put the car ride over here. I think that sounds pretty fun. I don't understand how they judge effectiveness when our numbers really didn't shoot up. Like, we spent a good amount of money. I think we spent $3,600 on advertising, and I don't really see $3,600 worth of income coming our way from that. Well, I am very happy with this. I think that looks super cool. I'm really happy with how that area turned out overall. Keep going back to it because I think it's cool, and I'm also trying to get a thumbnail for this video. See, we have the Topple Tower. Topple Tower is a huge ride, which is a bummer for us because I don't know where we're going to fit that. Maybe we can get it back here. That would look kind of cool in the water, but it also takes up a ton of space. And I don't want to put it over here because it's already next to Big Ride. Maybe on this main pathway, but again, that means this main pathway is just filled with stuff. But is it enough to attract more guests? We need to just get a little under 100 guests. And we still are seeing a decrease in park visitors because of something beyond our control. So let's flip that back over to coasters. This is a cool little ride. I do like it. And it's hot. Like it. Jump, jump, and brakes. Kind of reminds me of Superman at Six Flags New England or Six Flags America, where you just fly into a whole bunch of bunny hills and then they just slam the brakes on you right at the end. Very reminiscent of that, and I'm okay with that. It's not a bad comparison. It's just a family coaster, not a quote-unquote real coaster. We're sending out relatively full trains here, which I'm pretty psyched about as well, that we're getting lots of people on there on these rides without much concern or anything else. What are people thinking on this? They still think it's a great deal. They just want to go on something more intense than a train ride. Who doesn't? So we got the Topple Tower. 6x6. Let's see, that's a big old ride. So if we put it somewhere back here, we could do something like that and then have the pathway come down. That might not be a bad idea. So we're going to take out another loan here for $9 grand. I immediately regret that. Hold on, let me go back here and repay that $9,000. We're going to take out the $11,000. And we're going to pay back this $10,000 loan. Okay, that means we have that much money to deal with. And when we take a look, we just need to make a little bit more money. Not a lot, just a little bit more money. There we go. We already can afford it. So we'll put that there. Get that and that. And then we just need to weather the storm as far as money goes. But that's okay. I think we'll be okay. So we'll do something like that. How much money do we need for that? $140. There we go. And then we can open up our Topple Tower. We'll eventually get our pathway in there, but you can see people are using that pathway to get between places, which is good. And I think we're going to be able to put a car ride somewhere in here as well. Maybe we'll have it come up, go over, around, and come back. I don't know. We'll have it come out here, go around, go on this side, come back and down in. That might be another option we have. First, we need to make some money, and we need to get another 85 people here. So we're slowly making profit. We've never really been super successful in this park at making money, but that's okay. We're just moving along here, doing our thing. I'm also holding this area possibly for a station. If we get something small, we could build a station, have it come out and go up pretty easily. But that's going to be something we need to build for. A mini coaster. Oh my gosh. I think this park is actively trying to kill me as far as attractions go, making just things that are not fun. So let's see what we have money-wise here. I don't want to take out this loan. That's just too much. So we'll wait till these refresh here in a little bit, and then we'll try another loan, and we'll see what happens. The Topple Tower is attracting people, which is good. I love the entrance, and you can see that it's animated as the people go all the way in. I think that's super cool. On Roller Coaster Tycoon, one of the things that always kind of bothered me was you saw people going in line, but then they just kind of jumped into their seat. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just this is kind of cool to actually watch them walk to where they need to go, especially on flat rides in Roller Coaster Tycoon. They just kind of boop, they transported it. As soon as they went past that entrance, they were on the ride. Nothing wrong with that again, but just it's cool to see the level of realism just pop up just that little bit. I really like it. But I'm happy with the thrill rides that we have. The Enterprise, the Topple Tower, and our Tourbillon or Toblerone or whatever the heck it's called. Just really solid rides that give us something that this park was desperately missing. So I am very thankful they're here and that we are able to do stuff with them. And as we continue to look here, we need another 65 guests and we'll be just about done. And by just about done, I mean we will have accomplished all of our goals. So we don't have far to go. We could probably honestly just wait this one out. But we do want to get some more done here as soon as we can. So I think what's going to happen here... When do we get a swinging coaster? I don't remember that at all. Take a look here. There's one that's highly... Okay. Question becomes which one? Spinning or swinging? Which one is the better ride for this park? And the answer is I really don't know. But I think we can build a station over here or in this area, do its lift hill, have it do all of its stuff, and then come back in without much in the way of concern or problems, I think. Before we do that, we need some new loans, which we have. So we'll take those out. Pause the game real fast. I'm going to finish this path because it's driving me crazy that is so incomplete. I messed up the pathway there as far as the spacing goes, but it's okay. Our guest will not mind having an extra light that does not fit, or an extra bench there that does not fit with the rhythm of the area. I think we'll be okay. And we're going to go with one of these, I think. So, I'm not sure what I want to do with these. I really suck at building this type of coaster. But we'll do something like that, I think. Have it pop up. Go into a real quick section of block breaks. And I really don't know what I'm doing right now. We're just going to see what we can come up with. This coaster does give us at least a lot of options as far as allowing the ride to kind of be a little strange as far as its layout. It can be relatively compact, which is always fun, but it doesn't have to be. And we're just kind of spreading this bad boy out, trying to see what it can do. Alright, so we're just going to have that be flat through there. Oh, we have... great. We have a concern from that ride. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do instead of all of that is we're just going to have this thing come back to the station here. Alright, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but that's going to be what it is for right now. The nausea is ultra extreme. Oh, it's because it's spinning right away. Yeah, this thing just does it just spins all day long. And then it locks in place there. Okay. So what we need to do here is put our spin lock on at that spot. And maybe here we'll turn spinning off. So it goes through. No, I don't want it spinning. I most definitely do not want it to spin at that spot. Okay, you can spin here. You can spin there. We're going to turn off spinning there. Okay, so on the drop here, we're just gonna make sure it doesn't spin, I think is what I need to do. So on that spot, it's coming down. Up, it's doing its spin. It's not spinning a lot. And then there can do free spin. Come in, break, station. Okay, we'll open that up. I don't know how good or bad that ride is. It's bad. Let's just be honest, it's bad. But we'll go with what it is. I'm going to purely blame the lack of good coasters for a lot of that, because it's an atrocious ride. It's ugly, doesn't make any sense, but it's my ride, and that's what it's going to be. Alright, roofing wise with these, it's going to be a very simple angled roof. And roofing wise, we're just going to continue this look here. I'm not even going to name the ride itself because it doesn't matter. We're using it purely as bait to get another 50-ish people here. And the second we do that, we are done. People think it's a really good deal. Cool. And we are definitely at least maxing out the basic parts of it. It's not a good, again, it's not a good coaster. And I'm going to try to repay this loan the second this goes to 11,000, which I'm a little bit hesitant that it's not going to do. We'll be done. There we go. Okay. Just real quick, just to acknowledge it, we have completed our goal. We sold 6,000 tickets. We got our $8,000. We're done. Thank goodness. Folks, thank you for joining me. As we take a look over the park at the end here, we have not a lot going on. We redid all of the pathways. We built on the carousel. We did some stuff to make it look a little nicer. We put in a Ferris wheel, an Enterprise, a couple other thrill rides. We built a coaster here with my attempt at doing more with this. We built on another food area, which if it rains, this area is a disaster. And then that's pretty much all we did, and we closed off this area back here. But folks, thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I'll hopefully see you in our next episode. Have a good one.